Hello students, welcome to my class, that is Chemistry Gurukul, and our today's topic is some important salts. See children, in my previous videos I have already classified the salts into various categories. You have studied it also. Now in this video you will come to know about 5 salts which is given in your syllabus, and the first one, that is sodium chloride, which is also known as common salt, and its formula is NaCl. So children, NaCl, which is also known as common salt, is the raw material here. It is the raw material here to be used for the preparation of other salts, which is written here. So if we consider it, so we could see that if we will not take this sodium chloride as important salt here, so we will have 5 salts left. Understood? So one by one we will discuss in my each and every video. Okay, so in this video we will discuss about sodium hydroxide, which is also known as caustic soda, and its chemical formula is NaOH. But before discussing it, I would like to tell you a story which you also know, that this NaCl has a vital role in our day-to-day life. Everybody must be knowing about it. I want to ask you one question. Is there a difference between the formula of the salt which we use, that is the sea salt, or rock salt? No, the formula remains same. Means the basic constituent of salt is NaCl. If it is NaCl in terms of rock salt, it is crystalline form which is present in rocks. Now when after that you will ask me, ma'am, why the color is different? Color, see children, color is different due to the presence of some impurities in it. Okay, I hope you have understood. So this is a vital important raw material which is used to prepare various useful products which we use at home. So initial 4 salts up to bleaching powder is only due to this NaCl. You will come to know when we will discuss one by one how it is raw material for other salts. Okay, so our first salt is sodium hydroxide today, and it is also known as caustic soda. Now how it is prepared? In your exams also sometimes they may ask you, what do you mean by brine? See, brine is a very important term here, generally used while preparation of this sodium hydroxide. Brine means concentrated solution of NaCl and water. Means aqueous solution of sodium chloride. When it is more in amount in water, then it is termed as brine. So this is also known as brine. I have written here a chemical equation, NaCl plus 2H2O. When electricity is passed through this brine solution, then there is a formation of product NaOH plus Cl2 plus H2. But here in this reaction, the product which has been formed, it is taken out and used to prepare caustic soda, but the byproduct Cl2 and H2 is separated and it is used for further manufacturing of any other compounds which we will discuss in our next videos. Like chlorine is used to prepare bleaching powder. Okay, so this we will discuss later on. See children, due to the formation of alkali and chlorine, keep it in your mind, due to the formation of alkali and chlorine, this whole reaction is also known as chlor-alkali process, which I have written here also. It is known as chlor-alkali process. I hope you have understood this. Now you have to keep one thing in mind. Either you can note it down in your notebooks, that when this reaction is going on, the product formed, that is chlorine, it will be liberated at anode, okay, and hydrogen is liberated at cathode along with this sodium hydroxide. Understood? Means sodium hydroxide and hydrogen will be liberated at cathode and chlorine will be liberated at anode. So such type of question may be asked in your exam. That's why I have put more stress on these points. Now next, coming to properties. See children, just wait a minute, I want to tell you something. Whenever we will discuss all these salts, you have to keep it in your mind, these 3 points: preparation, properties and uses. We will discuss all these 3 points in each and every salt. Okay, so next is properties. One by one, 4 properties are written. First property is NaOH is white crystalline deliquescent solid. See, other things you have understood, but what does this deliquescent means? Deliquescent means it has tendency to absorb moisture from the air. Understood? Deliquescent means sometimes they use hygroscopic also. These 2 terms are used for salts. If they have this tendency, means they have tendency to absorb moisture from the air. Okay. Now moving on to the second property. It is readily soluble in water to give alkaline solution and also neutralizes acids to form salts and water. This property everybody must be knowing. Whenever this NaOH reacts with hydrochloric acid, it will neutralize and form salt and water. Third point, they absorb moisture from air. Just now I told you it is deliquescent in nature, so it has tendency to absorb moisture, and we know that CO2 is also present in air. So that's why what happens, NaOH reacts with carbon dioxide and they form sodium carbonate along with water. Here in this chemical reaction you could see NaOH plus CO2 gives Na2CO3 plus H2O. So this is the third property of caustic soda. Fourth is its aqueous solution is soapy and has strong corrosive action on skin. See, if it is in concentrated form and you will apply on skin, it may cause corrosion or burn or any type of problem to your skin. Okay. Now next, the last topic is uses of NaOH, that is caustic soda. What are the uses? Some of uses you must be knowing, but some we will discuss here. First is it is used in manufacture of soaps, detergents, paper, artificial silk. Artificial silk means rayon. This you have studied, okay? Artificial silk and number of different chemicals. Second, it is used for cleaning metal sheets and degreasing them, okay? It is used in petroleum refining also. Fourth is it is used in textile industries where leathers are there, leather textiles or different cotton industries are there, they are used there also. It is used in purification of bauxite. What is bauxite? It is an ore of aluminium. So whenever it has to be purified with the help of caustic soda. Now sixth, it is used for preparation of pure fats and oils. Okay. Now these all were the uses of caustic soda. Last point is that I have already told you regarding this Cl2 and H2. This you have to keep it in your mind that during the process of formation of caustic soda, these two byproducts are collected in the industries for further preparation or manufacture of other goods. Okay, so here I have written that these two are byproduct of chloralkali process, and H2 is used in hydrogenation of edible oils which we use at home. However, Cl2 is used in manufacture of bleaching powder that we will discuss in our next video. So I hope you have understood this. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching and have a